G'day, g'day, g'day. Today, Tuesday, strengthen habits. And yesterday, Monday, clarify purpose. And when we're talking about habits, let me tell you, this is a habit we don't want to follow. The habit is the increasing rate of people taking their lives around the world, especially our teens. I believe it has a lot to do with social media. We'll get into that soon. We're going to talk about addictions as well. There's another form of habits. We're also going to look at a couple of other things that I want to share. I'll even share my own addictions, and I bet they're not what you think they are. This is the daily challenge to be more social. And if you want to find out more how to create habits, hang around to watch. See ya.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
Right, I'm sitting here playing with Pip with the ball. As it is, it's a habit she loves to do. As I said, strengthening habits. I have a habit that I just realized I didn't do my 3 ideas that I was going to talk about in the short version. The third idea is core needs. And I've suggested that I was going to talk about that for a while. I might go into a bit of detail. I really want to touch on that first point that I made around the habit of social media and how destructive it can be, but how empowering it can be. It's just a simple matter of learning how to use it as a tool. It's not a way of life. We know that. People become addicted to ways of life. That's addictions to habits. Then when we look at social media as a habit, I'm finding it more and more of a habit that social media is becoming a fear for parents and adults, especially around my age group, that don't use it. If you don't know how to use something, you're probably not going to teach it to your kids or your grandkids. What happens there if you're not using social media? Where are you getting your news from? Probably mainstream media. And in my experience, not a lot of mainstream media is empowering and positive. If you're finding different, I totally hope so. They call it social media because you can get a wide range of variety of biased and unbiased views, where without getting too political, a lot of the mainstream media, they take sides. I'm all about openness, fairness, objectivity, and if you want to throw a bit of subjectivity in there, let's discuss it. We may not agree on everything. Let's be more social. Sit down and have a chat. Have a coffee, have a beer. Go down to the beach and sit in front of the sand and the salt water and the sun and have a chat. I do that all the time, every day, because I love to be more social. How do we overcome this? What's the solution? Let's talk about the point of pain. Parents might think, yeah, it's painful when my kids are just glued to their screens. Now, what I've found is this is obviously a very hot topic and people like to brush over it. I like to be very direct. Accountability. If I am responsible for something that I've done, I may not be able to fix it, but I can improve my behavior so it doesn't happen again. I can focus on the solution for the future. I ask you one question as a parent. When your baby, your toddler, was crying, what were they crying out for? And what did you do? Did you pick them up, nurture them, care for them, or just stick a dummy in their mouth? I understand it can be grating on the ears. Imagine you're that toddler, because you were at one stage, and it's quite possible your parents stuck a dummy in your mouth. But think about it psychologically and emotionally. This child doesn't have a language. They haven't learnt to speak yet. The only thing they can do is scream for help. And they scream louder and louder because they don't know what they're doing. They're in their unconscious incompetence. If you don't know what that is, that's Thursday's topic. Becoming more aware, cultivating your awareness. It's a beautiful thing. If you want to learn about it, hang around and watch more videos like this, or search on Google and YouTube and TikTok and wherever you want to go. It's not just about following me or following our movement. It's about learning, empowering habits that you can implement into your life, into your kids' lives. Now let's go a step further. You're talking about social media on devices. At what age did you give your child their first device? And why? Was it a learning tool? Or was it to shut them up so you could continue cooking or cleaning or talking to your friends on your phone? Or even worse, you're on social media. Well, you might be using it as a tool, but ignoring your kid. And I tell you, I speak from experience, and I saw it this morning. I was walking with Pip down on the beach, and I saw from a distance, about 50 meters, a father and a son. The son couldn't have been any more than 5 years old. And he's, as they do, 3 foot brick wall, and he's trundling along, sort of balancing away, taking a risk of whether he'll fall off or whether he'll just enjoy himself. And Dad was calm. I came to pass, and lo and behold, he's there with his phone, not even paying attention to his son. I felt this urge to feel I need to tell him to put it away. I almost did, and I held back, and I thought, now's not the time. If I push too hard, this young fella might take offense or get scared, and I don't want him to experience that, and it's not my place. I might have shocked the guy. He's on the phone doing what he's doing. To add to that, I walked to the end of the boardwalk or the end of the Corso or whatever you want to call it, turn around and come back. The interesting thing is, I got about halfway and here he is coming the other way, and his son was gone. I don't know where. I didn't ask. Maybe I should have. Something sensed that maybe that was his visiting time with his son, and his ex-wife or ex-partner had come and picked him up from the beach. That was the only visitation time, maybe half an hour between 6:30 and 7 in the morning. His son wanted to play. He wanted to scroll on his phone. That's teaching that son that relationship's about being on your phone scrolling. That's not good. That's not good. I said I was going to share core needs. I tell you what, we're coming up to the 9-minute mark. I might do another extra additional video on core needs. And if you don't know what they are, it's not about needing money, needing cars, needing time, needing those sort of things. It's a deeper level of understanding. If you're interested, hang around. It's really awesome. I learned this about 10 years ago. It's taken me 10 years to plug in these theories and actually apply them to my life. How? The daily challenge. I strengthen my habits, I become aware of my purpose, and I look to use empowering language tomorrow. Well, every day. And that's cool. If you want to join the challenge, ask how. Find one of the links in the bio or in the comments, or you might find other people taking up this challenge. You might not find them yet, but they are coming. They're coming on board in the next week or so. Our first real member joined on Saturday. Wow, what an impact. He called me way after my bedtime. For most, it's probably just getting into a movie or something. Interesting. You can have a massive shift in a real quick time. That's why I prefaced early in the video that warning, energy. Okay, I'm off. Hang around for the next one. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social Challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions, and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.